Welcome back, Mineral Springs fifth graders. Today, as promised, I'm going to share with you a mini lesson on themes. Now, we've already talked about themes this year, so this is just a skills practice lesson. Now, with your writing assignment that is due this Thursday, it's the same writing assignment from 2 weeks ago. We had to skip last week because of the passing of my mom, but this week we're going to pick right back up. And for those of you that may not have quite understood what theme was during the school year when we actually did it, today, right now, I'm going to share with you a mini lesson with the help from my YouTube friends. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Theme. But what is theme? Theme is the lesson the author wants us to learn from the story. Themes tell us what we should or should not do to ensure happiness and success in our own lives. But how do we find this elusive theme? Well, observe what the characters in a story say and do. Pay very, very close attention. And afterwards, ask yourself, what were the consequences of those actions? Some consequences are good and some consequences are bad. That will lead you towards the theme of the story. So let's see an example using a familiar fairy tale. But first, a few ground rules about theme. Themes are a complete sentence, always, never with just one word. And themes never contain character names, not ever. A theme is true for everyone. Young and old, rich or poor, black or white, doesn't matter. If it doesn't, it's not truly a theme. But back to Cinderella. So let's look at this story first. Let's get started. We have a beautiful girl, sweet, charming, but being treated like a slave. We have a stepmother and stepsisters. All three very, very wicked. Very wicked. We have a prince. Yowza. We have a ball that the beautiful girl wants to go to. We have the wicked stepmother and stepsisters trying to stop her at every turn. We have a fairy godmother. Ultimate hookup. See? So Cinderella gets to go to the ball and she meets the prince. Love at first sight. Beautiful thing. She has to run away at midnight because everything's going to become unmagic, and she leaves behind her glass slipper. The wicked stepmother tries to stop her from trying on the glass slipper and preventing her from becoming the actual wife of the prince. Surprise, surprise, it doesn't work. And when it's all said and done, Cinderella and the prince live happily ever after. Seems pretty simple, right? Wrong! Cinderella has lots of names.
All right. It is important to remember that we cannot assume what the theme is if we do not read the entire text. All right? It's important that you read the entire text, the entire Cinderella story, before we decide on a theme. All right? So that's one of the reasons why it's not so simple, because some people rush to say, oh, this is the theme, or that's the theme before the story is even complete. So keep that in mind. So when we're reading your papers, or you're reading your writing paper to us this week, we need to wait until you have completed the entire story before we sort of dive into the theme. All right, thanks.
They're all throughout the movie itself. Let's start with nothing is impossible with teamwork. It's a complete sentence. It can apply to anyone in any situation, and it contains no character name. Plus, I can back up this theme. In the movie, Cinderella's little mice friends and bird friends actually hook up together to make her a dress so she can go to the ball. I mean, they're cutting with scissors, the little blue birds are flying around. It's just teamwork out the wazoo. And the consequence is that a beautiful dress is made at the end. Nothing is impossible with teamwork. I mean, these are singing mice. They shouldn't be able to do this. And how about true love will always win in the end? Complete sentence, no character names, and can apply in every situation. So even though the wicked stepmother and the wicked stepsisters, who by the way are complete haters, tried to stop Cinderella at every point and turn, she still ended up with her one true love. True love will always win in the end. Don't.
All right, so far you've heard two themes that could be supported from this story. All right? So that's why I said when we read a story, sometimes we will, one particular theme will pop up in our minds. All right? And as long as you can support it, we're fine.
Be cruel or bad things will happen to you. Definitely true. Complete sentence, no character names, and can apply to anyone. Long story short, these two haters died alone, probably eaten by their cats because they were so mean to Cinderella throughout the entire movie. Enough said. We could keep going, but I think you're getting the picture. Let's review. A theme is a lesson that the author wants you or us to learn from a story. Themes are always complete sentences. Themes never include character names. And a theme is true for everyone, young or old, rich or poor, black or white, tall or short, doesn't matter. If it doesn't apply to everyone, then it's not a true theme. To find a theme, observe what the characters in the story say and do. And ask yourself, what were the consequences of those actions? Were they good, ding ding, or bad? And that will lead you to the theme of the story. So the next time you find yourself reading a book, or listening to the words on a song, or watching a movie, pay very close attention to those characters. Look to see what they say and what they do. Ask yourself what are the consequences of those actions, and see if you can find the themes.
Thank you, Mineral Springs fifth graders, for tuning in, listening. I hope that helped you out with theme, and I can't wait to read your papers or have you read your papers to me on Thursday at 5:30. Can't wait to see you. I can't wait to see you there.